And here is your question. Right, so if you have read and understood, considering a surgical pathology station, kindly tell me what are your differential diagnoses?
My first differential will be a basal cell carcinoma. Second will be
Yes.
a actinic keratosis. Third will be a seborrheic keratosis. Fourth will be a squamous cell carcinoma, ma'am. And fifth will be Virutia vulgaris, ma'am.
Okay, how would you confirm your diagnosis?
Ma'am, I will confirm my diagnosis by taking the biopsy of the tissue, ma'am. Excisional biopsy.
Excisional biopsy, okay. Right. Can you tell me, okay, how would you determine the margins
Ma'am,
in order to take the biopsy? Yes.
Ma'am, I will determine the margin through the frozen section, ma'am, or through the most microsurgical technique, ma'am,
That is during the surgery, not
during the
beforehand.
surgery.
Okay, can you please tell me what, considering your differential diagnosis, what is the mode of spread of this lesion?
Ma'am, basal cell carcinoma, ma'am, is locally aggressive, ma'am. It spreads locally through the lymphatic system, ma'am.
Okay, how would you differentiate it from squamous cell carcinoma?
Ma'am, basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma mainly occurs to the sun-exposed areas, ma'am, and it can metastasize. Basal cell carcinoma doesn't metastasize, ma'am. It is locally aggressive, and basal cell carcinoma is pearly white in color with the central ulceration, and the squamous cell carcinoma is scaly and it occurs on the sun-exposed area. Sun exposed area, ma'am. And basal cell carcinoma arises from the basal layer of the skin, ma'am. And the squamous cell carcinoma arises from the upper and middle layer of the skin, ma'am.
How the prognosis differ among
Uh,
these two types?
Ma'am, squamous cell carcinoma has a bad prognosis as compared to basal cell carcinoma, ma'am. And squamous cell carcinoma can occur any place, ma'am. It can occur in visceral organs also.
Okay, right. How would you differentiate basal cell carcinoma from actinic keratosis?
Ma'am, basal cell carcinoma, actinic keratosis can be a precursor lesion for the squamous cell carcinoma, ma'am. The actinic keratosis occurs on the sun exposed area, which has a red base, and it has a crusting over that, and it will be itching, ma'am. Itching is there present in the basal cell carcinoma. In the basal cell carcinoma, ma'am, it will not be itchy.
Okay, can you please tell me what is the natural history of basal cell carcinoma?
Ma'am, basal cell carcinoma is slow growing, indolent type of tumor which is locally aggressive, and it rarely metastasizes.
What
And
should be the, yes,
sorry, ma'am, sorry.
arises from
Arises from the, ma'am, follicular apocrine cells, ma'am.
sebaceous epithelial cells. Okay, can you please tell me what should be the management that you can offer to this patient?
Ma'am, I will go for basal cell in the basal cell in the form of curettage and electrodissection, and I can go for cryotherapy with the liquid nitrogen, and I can go for more microsurgical surgery, ma'am. Micrographic surgery, ma'am.
Okay.
And along with this is surgical option, I can go for radiotherapy also, ma'am, and I can go for topical 5-fluorouracil or imidoquine, and I can go for topical photodynamic therapy using delta aminolevinoic acid.
All right. Just suppose you have operated and the patient presents after few days with the with the with the inflamed margins. So what kind of organisms would you suspect?
Ma'am, I will suspect a Staphylococcus aureus infection, ma'am.
All right. How should that be managed?
Ma'am, I will take the culture and sensitivity of taking a swab and culture and sensitivity report. Depending on the sensitivity, if it turns out to be MRSA, then I will start the patient on MRSA treatment. If the patient is admitted, then we will give the patient vancomycin. And for the nasal colonization, we decolonize it with the mipromycin ointment, and we will go for chlorhexidine for body decolonization, ma'am. Another option will be we can give daptomycin and clindamycin, ma'am.
Okay. Would you not recommend antibiotics for the patient?
Uh, uh, Ma'am, because it is it is excisional biopsy, and it is a clean procedure. I will just give a one shot of antibiotic, ma'am, during the procedure, not
Okay.
after that.
In the beginning, did you tell me that if there is because it was inflamed, if it's inflamed, you will do the infusion drainage if there is abscess present?
No,
Okay.
ma'am, I forgot to mention if there it is a abscess, then I will go for a IND and culture and sensitivity.
Yes. Okay. Just suppose the same patient, you excise the lesion and then after a while, patient presents with the lymph node swelling. How would you interpret the condition then?
Then if there is a lymph node swelling, I might suspect a metastasis, and I will go for FNSC of that lymph node, ma'am.
Okay. What are you suspecting? Why would you do FNSC?
Ma'am, I can suspect a metastasis from the primary lesion, ma'am.
Yes, or could even be a new lesion lymphoma. Okay,
Yes,
can you
ma'am.
please help me and read this? What are you looking at?
Ma'am, this is a pearly papule of almost 10 mm in size with central ulceration, ma'am, with the peripheral granulation tissue, ma'am.
Why?
Reddish granulation
Yes.
tissue.
Why is it red? Margins are red.
Ma'am, because of the subepidermal blood vessel or vascularity, ma'am, telangiectasia.
Can you explain the steps that it takes, the lesion takes for metastasis?
Ma'am, first there will be a penetration of the underlying lymphatics, ma'am. Then there
Penetration or
will be a
invasion?
invasion. Then there will be
Yes.
a seepage of the. Then there will be a release of the neoplastic cells by single cell or small clumps. Then survival of the cells in the circulation. Then there
Yes.
will be arrest in the distal organism, arrest in the distal organs, and then there will be a penetration of the lymphatics of the blood vessels, followed by the growth of the disseminated tumor cells, ma'am.
Okay. Right. I think I've asked you all the questions. Right. You have answered all the questions, right? I haven't asked you melanoma, but these skin lesions are covered. Yes, 2 seconds of that. Yes, if there is anything else you want to add, I will. Okay, what are the risk factors which you can suggest to the patient to take care
Ma'am,
of?
risk factor will be a sun exposure, ma'am. Sun exposure will be the first. UV light exposure, sunlight exposure, old age is a risk factor. Xeroderma pigmentosa is a risk factor, ma'am. Albinism is a risk factor. Giant pigmented nevus is a risk factor, ma'am. Actinic keratosis is a risk factor.
And
Family history is a risk factor.
geographic factor is also one. Places
Yes, ma'am.
where
Geography
ozone layer is more.
is depleted.
Yes.
Antarctic and where, yes, ma'am.
Yes, so good. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.